Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody, this is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tanqueray Hayward.
Hey, everybody, this is Yazira.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor.
Hey, guys, what's up? This is Ness.
Hey, this is Kenny Allen.
What's up, everybody? This is Cecily.
Hey, this is Corey J.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
Hey, everybody, this is Rebecca G.
Hey, everyone, this is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is Bassist Hubert Eves the Fourth.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, what's second? This is Noel Gordine.
Hey, this is your girl, Lady Alma, and you're listening to my friend Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bass Entertainment Podcast. It's your boy Troy here, yeah. Hey, you know, I got to give myself some hand claps up. Hey, in case this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome. You know, what we do here is we give you listening experiences for the indie artist aficionado. In other words, we just give you good ass music. That's all. You know, if you like good music, you like good soul, you like R&B, you like jazz, you like house, you like inspirational, you know, we're going to give it to you. Anything that's going to make you feel good, anything that's going to uplift your spirits, we are all here for it. So, you know, there's so many things out there. Like I say in every episode, there's so many things out there right now trying to bring us down. We need to fellowship and find a way to lift our spirits. And I'm hoping that this podcast is helping people to, you know, lift their spirits and feel better about, you know, their life in some type of way. So thank you for coming on. And thank you. Matter of fact, this is our 97th episode. Yeah, 97th episode. That deserves some hand claps. And on the first week of April, it's going to be our 100th episode and our third year anniversary of the Bass Entertainment Podcast. And we have a very special guest. Somebody that you've been asking for a long time is going to come on and grace us with their presence on that 100th episode. And I'm so excited, but I ain't saying anything until it all comes down. I'm not saying anything yet, but I'm so honored and I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you all. But until then, we have another brother on our episode today. And let me tell you, he does everything. I mean, he's a one-man entertainment show. I mean, between singing and writing and acting and performing and producing and I mean, not alone being an entrepreneur, record label owner, and I mean, he does so much. I don't know how he does it. I don't even know how he even sleeps when he has time to do it. But I'm glad he found time to be with us today, and his name is Brad Marquis. Yeah. Now, Brad has been doing this for a minute now, so we're going to take you back a little bit. We're going to take you back to 2007 to a song called Radio. And this is one of the first songs that he dropped. And from 2007, he's been hitting it. So as you can tell, I can't wait to play this for you. So check this out. This is called Radio.
Can listen to my radio. It's as though no matter what comes on, they keep when I listen to my radio. It's as though no matter what comes on, they keep on playing. Just like sunshine and music on summer days, I'm energized by your eyes as they reflect the sun rays. Love, I'm mystified by
Yeah. Hey, I just want to tell you, I'm not going to play the whole thing for you all because I want you to go on out there and download and subscribe and, get this in your repertoire. So if I give you a little bit like, yo, Troy left us hanging. Nope, I left you up so you can go in there and go and support a brother on all platforms and at least buy it or if you share it, tell somebody else about it. And one thing I was thinking, I wanted to tell you that in the vein of like Christopher Williams and Johnny Gill and Brad has that voice that like that soulful voice that just like is yelling at you, but it's not really yelling at you. It's just soul stirring. So without further ado, let's talk to Brad. Mr. Brad Marquis, y'all. It's just powerful, man. It's just powerful.
But it's not. It's crazy, man. I haven't heard that song it's been a while since I heard that song.
Yeah. Well,
it's been a while.
It sounds like it just came out yesterday. Nobody would believe that.
And I kind of wish it did, man, because we need it. We need that. It still fills the room with that energy, man.
It does.
That just lifts you up out the seat, makes you smile, and it's like, oh, okay. This is one of those kind of joints.
It is. You got so many songs. You know what I blast all the time? Love. I love. That is my jam right there.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I hear you over there with your bedtime voice on, your radio voice over there.
You got to come correct.
Yeah, your quiet storm over there.
You can't be like, and this is, you got to come, with the right voice.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. Now you made for this.
Well, thank you. Well, you know what? And you were made for what you do. So
I appreciate it, man. Hopefully it's being received. Well, I know it's being received well. Yeah. And I'm blessed and I'm honored and I'm grateful because, this is nothing I ever thought about or, my career has not gone the way that I thought it would on all fronts. Mm-hmm. If you'd have told me, I was going to be doing this for as long as I have when I was 18 years old, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
Mm. Did you want it to go as long as it has, or you just thought that?
Man, I was one foot in front of the other. I wasn't even thinking that hard about it. I was one foot in front of the other. It was something I was passionate about. It was something that I saw people were excited for me to do. And I wanted to see how far I could take it. But it really, I wanted to be a basketball player. So that was, I wanted to go to the NBA.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Did you have any other aspirations, that you wanted to do besides singing?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to go to the NBA. I wanted to be in the NBA, and then I wanted to be, an engineer. Like music was, music found me. So that, and I just kind of, like I said, I latched onto it and still taking it as far as I can.
Hey, ride that horse.
Hey,
Hey.
I still got a lot to give, and now how where music is headed and how it's going, I think might be more needed now more than ever.
How do you feel about that? Where it's going now? And
it's confusing.
It is.
It's very confusing. From I'll say, let me not say it's confusing. What mainstream chooses to push is confusing. There's so many artists out there, so much good music. It's hard to find it nowadays because it's just, everybody's an artist now. Everybody who, has a home studio, everybody can do, who can sing a little bit or rap a little bit. Everybody puts out a record. And so cutting through, having the good ones cut through, the things that you're looking for cut through is just hard, and finding it on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your music from, like I said, it's just hard. You normally navigate to the people you're familiar with or the people
right?
And you don't necessarily get exposed to the newer artists who might be in that same wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So it's just hard in the business of music.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it is.
It's so far from what it was before. I mean, it's like every man for himself.
It's every man for. Not to say there wasn't every man for himself before, but there was a blueprint. There was you saw if I did this, and this, I had a good chance of being successful.
Right.
Now it's not that streamlined. It's not that linear, and it's a roll of the dice, like I said. And it's amazing with the internet and being able to touch your fans directly, but it's also hard to get those fans' attention because they have so many other options and so many other things that they're entertained by. Mm-hmm. And music is not, we used to stand in line to get CDs, we used to stand in line to get records and stuff like that and be the first thing on a Friday trying to pick up the newest, hottest, whatever.
Right.
It's so much out there to entertain people. Like you have to sit it in their lap and smack them over the head with them a couple of times before they're like, oh, okay.
At least 10 times. Because I'm like, you even pushing the podcast and stuff like that. You put it out there once, you got to keep putting it out, keep putting it out, keep putting it out, keep putting it out, keep putting it out.
Right. You're tired of it. You're tired of it. But most of the people you're trying to reach, you haven't even reached them yet.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel it's worthwhile because, like you said, there's so much good music out there. And it's not reaching the masses. And if I can help in any kind of way to get that, get that out to somebody that might not have heard it before. Yeah. Matter of fact, I was at work the other day and the lady says, I love good R&B, but, I just don't know where to listen to it. She didn't know I did the podcast and stuff. Mm. So I said, here's my card. Here's my website on there. Go in there, listen to the music, listen to the podcast, and she said, I love what you're playing. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, that's, a lot.
That's what and we thank you. We thank you. I thank you for, having me on and thank you for playing the records.
It's my pleasure. I must get, right now I got these little Bass Entertainment sweatshirts. I might get another one that says, come to the Bass side.
I ain't mad at that.
Right?
I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. You make that happen.
Right. Come to the Bass side of music.
Yeah, I like that. You make that happen. Make that happen.
So let me ask you, now you're from New Jersey.
I am.
Born and raised. What time?
I am. I've lived many places, but Jersey's been home.
And what city?
Right now I'm in Princeton. Oh, but I grew up in Trenton, New Jersey, the capital.
That's my middle name.
Trenton? Stop. How did that happen?
I don't know. My mother named me. Troy Trenton.
It ain't a story behind that.
Nope. She must just like the name.
I guess. Yep. Trenton, New Jersey. I've lived in Ohio, lived all across Ohio, from Youngstown to Cincinnati. I've lived all across New Jersey, from Trenton to Newark, all the way to Brooklyn, and all of it's, put a piece in me. All of it's made me who I am.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I mean, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, but I'm in Connecticut now. So I moved here about 13 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think.
If Brooklyn wasn't so expensive, I'd probably still be living it.
Exactly. Because, I was looking around like, oh, wait a second. I need to find another place. Even New Jersey. I mean, I went there some places, closer to the city. I'm like, these taxes are ridiculous.
It's like living in, it's another borough of, I say North Jersey is another borough of New York.
Yep.
So
I said, let me come to Connecticut. I mean, not that Connecticut is cheap. But you can find a decent home and the taxes aren't that expensive. Now, they nickel and dime you other ways now,
No, they always.
They find another way to tax your butt, but it won't be on the home tax like that.
Oh, they're going to get their money.
But I like it up and I'm still close enough to the city and stuff like that. Now, I'm thinking, we started Bass Entertainment in 2009. Mm-hmm. And George Littlejohn was like the guy that would give us all our entertainment. He was like, I like what you're doing. I said, I love Angela Johnson. All right, Angela Johnson come on. Monet came on. Everybody. And I'm like, how come did we cross paths then?
I would probably say yes. We probably had to.
Right.
We've had to. I've been around for a long time, George was a mentor. We didn't start working together until around 2012. Mm-hmm. But he was always a mentor. I can always pick up the phone, call him, always ask him, what do you think about this, think about that? And he always, he never, turned me away or whatever. He put shows on for me, put me on shows and things of that nature. He was always in my corner, but we didn't start breaking bread until about 2012, 2013 on my Thank You album.
Okay.
I had to earn my way up to that spot. I was in the G League. I had to earn my way up to the NBA.
I give it to George, boy. He is there for the cause, boy. If you show some passion, he's there to help you in any way he can.
Absolutely. I thank him. I talk to him all the time. I think I talk to him at least once or twice a week. And I'm very appreciative of his friendship and mentorship. On all levels.
Shout out to George Littlejohn. We love you, man.
But it is funny that we haven't crossed it. You said 2009. Like, hey, I dropped my second album in 2010. Yeah. 2011. I'm sorry, 2011. I can't even remember.
Time flies.
Oh my goodness! Like you said 2007, and I'm thinking like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that was some years ago.
So when you put that first album out, Finding My Way, matter of fact, that first song that we play on radio is from Finding My Way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, did you put all that together yourself, or you work with some other people, or how did that go down?
Well, I wrote everything. The production was my producer at the time, Jeremy Cochise Ball, and we lived together. We were on the grind together. We both lived in Brooklyn. Like, it's funny. Before that, I was working in welfare. I was a caseworker in welfare, and I would travel up to New York on the weekends, and we would work on this album. As I came up to New York, and one day, I was going through a breakup as well. I was engaged to be married and wasn't working out because I wanted to do this music thing, and I was ready to sell out for it, which I ended up doing. Once we broke up, I ended up selling my car, subleased my home, quit my job, took out my pension, and moved to New York to pursue this career in music. And I ended up, sleeping on Cochise's futon in his, and he had a studio in his loft. He had a loft in Brooklyn, and he had a studio, and he was one of the big engineers, producers in New York at the time. And everybody who was anybody would come through his studio to get their albums, to record, mix, master, all of that stuff. So I was able to meet so many different people instantly because everybody was coming through his studio, right. And he had been in New York for, 10 years or something. So he had a network of individuals that I was able to run into. So now I'm writing for everybody. Now I'm on everybody's hooks. I'm building relationships with everybody. So like within the first 6 months of me being in New York, people knew who I was. And that was unreal because, I remember the day walking through New York, and me and him were walking down 8th Ave or something like that. And I'm looking up at these big old buildings. And keep in mind, I'd really never been in New York like that. So I'm looking up at these big old buildings like this is about to be an undertaking trying to, make a name in this city. And he was like, nah, Brad. He was like, I know a lot of singers. You're one of the best. He was like, you'll be just fine. And within 6 months, I'm on national television singing on 106 in Park. Okay. And it was just radio was, on Music Choice and all that stuff. Like it was just crazy how fast it happened.
Now, did you have formal training or did you always can write and all that type of stuff? How did you tap into those talents?
Oh my goodness. Well, as far as singing, I've been singing since I can't remember. And, mom, grandma, mom, obviously I come from a very religious family. They threw me up in front of the church. I've been in children's choir, singing leads and all that stuff since I was 4 years old. I was singing leads. I didn't even want to be singing a lead. I'm scared. I'm, shaking mic. They got to start the song all over. I'm so scared.
Let them use you, baby. Let them use you.
It's all right. It's all right. You could do no wrong, man,
right?
It's all right. Got to start the whole song over again because I done missed my cue. But I started writing like in high school. In high school, around 17, 18, I would take secular songs and turn them into gospel songs. And when I got to college, I won a few talent contests, and some groups and camps started recruiting me. And so now I found myself in the studio, and people are actually teaching me formally how to write songs, and that's kind of where I found a love for it and where it took off. And I'm just, there's a lot of people, Angela Ray, Juliet Montgomery's, a lot of people who snatched me up. They were in like the Babyface camp. Angela Ray wrote 24/7 for Kevin Emmons. Mm-hmm. And he, a lot of songs, he wrote like a whole EP for Jade and all of that stuff, like an album for Jade or what have you. So he did a lot of work, and, he just took me under his wing and would just feed me work. Like I remember, it was funny, before cell phones, internet, all that stuff, he would be in a studio I remember he was in the studio with Detroit writing a song for this woman. He just produced the music, and he calls me on the phone. It's like, Brad, I need you to write something for me. I was like, what? And he lets me hear the song over the phone. So I got her in that moment. I don't want to let him down. I'm trying to, be that guy. I literally have to write a song on the phone, listening to the music over the phone right then and there, and then feed it to him so he can go teach this woman, wow, the track. So, he always had my feet to the fire. So when I got to New York and these things started happening, it was kind of second nature for me.
Oh, see, that's something. You was always in the right place at the right time. Can you read music also?
No, I can't read music. Can't read music. I can play a little bit, not a lot. I can play enough to get the job done.
A little keyboard?
Yeah, I got keyboard produced and all that. Like I produced 3 songs on my Love EP. So, I can get the job done. But, there are people who do it better. So, I always fancy myself to be like a project manager. Like I know how to do everything, but there are people who specialize. I know my greatest gift is putting it all together.
Right.
My greatest gift is ideating, putting it together, and finishing, executing.
That's why you're the producer. Executive producer there.
That's what it is. I know how to put the teams together.
Hi, this is Mason. You're listening to my friend Troy on the Best Entertainment Podcast.
And what about you're doing the Sam Cooke tribute show. Now that's more than a concert. That's a whole show.
That's a whole show.
Yeah,
that's a whole show. It's it's been a pet project. It's something that we started in 2009, and it's just grown every year. It's grown. It started out me singing his songs and my songs together and trying to build a correlation between his journey and mine. And then it just turned into, me just, really honoring him and his legacy, his music, his history. And the more and more I found out about him, the more and more I wanted to really let everybody know who this individual was, because, he's our great's great.
Yes.
He set the template and the tone for, all the Motowns and the Stax and the Bad Boys and Uptowns and all of that. Like without him, that wouldn't have been possible.
Yeah. And he wasn't playing. He was all about keeping his masters and, his royalty.
And, he owned his own record label, and he kept his own he owned his own masters. And the biggest artists at the time, the Frank Sinatras and all that, they didn't do that.
No.
He was the only one doing it.
Yeah.
And he was, like I said, our greats, he was able to mentor Lou Rawls and mentor Johnny Taylor and mentor Aretha Franklin. And, so he was that, he was that guy at the time. And I just, as I say in my show, it's the generation that grew up knowing him and loving him, they're fading, and as they fade, he's fading.
Yeah. And
he so needs to be reintroduced to the younger market. He didn't live long enough like Aretha or Ray Charles, where he lived into the early 2000s or 2010s, where younger generations were familiar with him. He didn't get that movie, that Ray Charles. He didn't get he didn't get those accolades, but he deserves them.
Yes, he does.
He'd get that controversial documentary on Netflix.
Right. All right. Who killed Sam Cooke?
Who killed Sam Cooke? The 2 killings of Sam Cooke.
Right.
The second killing is he's dying now because the generation that knew him and loved him, they're dying off. Yeah. And it's up to individuals like myself, yourself, to keep him alive and keep his legacy going.
Yeah. Let's play a little Blowing in the Wind.
Hey, let's get to it. This is actually from my show. It's actually a live excerpt from my show.
Yes, it is. So y'all check this out. This is Brad doing Blowing in the Wind.
Right, this one. This is a song right here that Sam wished he had wrote himself. It was written by an artist by the name of Bob Dylan. It's called Blowing in the Wind. You know, it spoke so much to what we were experiencing at that time that he just had to cover and sing it. It goes on something like this. How many roads must a man walk down before he's called a man? You got it right, come on. How many seas must a white dove sail before she can sleep in the sand? Tell me, how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Now the answer, blowing in the wind. Hey, how many times must a man look up before he sees the sky? Tell me, now how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? What I wanna know is, how many deaths does it take till he knows that too many people have died? Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Now the answer, blowing in the wind. Hey, how many years can a mountain exist before it's washed down to the sea? Tell me, how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? What I wanna know is, how many times can a man turn his head, pretending that he just doesn't see? Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer, blowing in the wind. Blowing in the wind. Blowing in the wind. Now the answer, blowing in the wind. Oh, that answer is someone in the wind.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Wait a second. Did you always want to, did you see yourself performing on stages also as an actor and doing plays and stuff like that? Or
I did it. I did it before. I did musicals. That's how I stumbled across the Sam Cooke show. I came off of a residency in 2008 in Buffalo, New York, where that's when I felt professional. You know, I did a play, a musical in Buffalo, where I performed 4 nights a week for 2 hours a night, and I was the lead character in the play. And, you know, we had to sing, dance, act, all of that. You know, I had to train like I was going to the NBA, man. I had to get in shape because it was crazy because I had to wear a leotard. I had to wear a nude leotard. And so I had to be in shape, couldn't be flabby, you know. And, you know, and it was so, I couldn't have been exposed on stage any more than that.
No, you couldn't.
You know, no shirt, no shoes, nude leotard. You know, I was Adam in the Garden of Eden. It was an Oscar Brown Jr. play called In the Beginning. And I couldn't have been any more exposed. And once I did that, it shed most of the anxiety I had about being a performer, you know, and most of the imposter syndrome and all that stuff about being on that stage and being a performer, you know. And once I was able to let that go, you know, things just kind of took off and started to challenge myself in different ways. And Sam Cooke was a way of challenging myself. And we did a one-man show in 2009, you know, where when I was doing my part, I was Brad, and when I did Sam's part, I acted as Sam. And then it's like I said, it's kind of evolved over the years. It went from an hour show to now it's a 2-hour show. And it really, like you said, it's a production. It's not a, it's not a show. It's a production.
No, it is.
When you see it, when you see it all in its full glory, with the 10-piece band and all of that, like it's a whole production. And we're gonna scale it up one more time.
All right. So when's the next time that you're performing? You got any dates coming up?
We just finished 2 last week. Where I'm trying to put something. I'm not going to talk about it now, but I'm putting something together for the second half of this year. Trying to put together a residency on the East Coast for the show. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if we can make that happen. I know we can make that happen, but so we're going to put together a residency. But normally I'm in theaters. Mm-hmm. And those theaters anywhere between 1,200 people, whatever. And a lot of the shows I've been doing have been in the South, man. A lot of God has had me in the places that kind of scary, kind of scary, because this show, Sam Cooke transitioned into a civil rights activist.
Right.
And we take you on that journey. We take you on that journey from, childhood to gospel star to pop star to entrepreneur to activist, civil rights activist. So we don't just touch those topics. We show you those topics. We're, like I said, it's a production. And we're in areas where we're in the Texases, we're in the Floridas, we're in the Virginias, we're in the, the Mississippi, we're down in them areas, like they said, when those politicians, when those politicians talking about ending racism, don't go to a black church, go to a white church. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to the white church. Right. I'm in those theaters, with those, and it's a little, it can get a little unnerving.
I can imagine.
But I always say God don't have me in these places for me to run away.
Right. And you know what? You might be enlightening somebody, maybe getting them to switch. I know I am. I get the messages good and bad, but I get way more good than I get bad. Yeah. I get way more good, I get way more tears, I get way more thank yous and appreciation for, educating, re-educating, whatever the case may be, on, the context of what was happening then and what's happening now. Yeah. And so I'm appreciative of that. But like I said, it can get unnerving sometimes, nervous. Yeah, I don't want to be out there like, I got nothing but love for you. Because, it's so crazy. You think that we have come so far, but it seems like we are going backwards in a whole lot of, areas. They're trying. Yeah.
They're trying. Folks are scared. Yeah. The older generations are scared. They're losing control. They're losing power, and they're going to end up dying off. Yeah. And they're scared that they're going to lose their country. Yeah. And so they're doing everything they can right now to prevent that, to try and prevent that from happening.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor, and I'm hanging out with my man, Troy Saunders, on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
So let's get to the second album.
Yeah. Authentic.
Let's get to the authentic. Now, you got a lot of great songs, and I like Good Man, Hot Body, All of Me.
Yeah. If one album, and I may end up doing it, if one album I could redo, it would be that one. I would love to redo that album live. I believe that album needs to be re-recorded live. Just because of, I think it's an amazingly written project. I think I was too young for that album. I think that album was older than I was at the time.
But you wrote most of the songs.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? But I think it's the same thing with Finding My Way. Like I feel like all of these projects I've had to, I was saying things that I wasn't really aware of in real time. This was my spirit talking, but I don't think I had the maturity to either understand what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Or maturity to understand what I was feeling or how to manage what I was feeling. I just had to get it out, but as I look back on it, being a little bit more seasoned and all of that stuff, like, wow, like those profound lyrics and profound messages, like I would really want to redo that because I can now feel like I can now deliver it with the intention that I I was able to sing it before. I think I can really deliver it differently now.
Well, I felt it. I was like, well, Brad must be looking for somebody right now in his time of life,
Oh man. I was like I said, all those Finding My Way and Authentic were written very close to each other. Even though they were so many years apart, like I was just on a run. I don't know how I was on a run from like 2005 to around 2009, where I was just writing. Hundreds of songs. Just I couldn't turn it off. And those albums came in around the same time. But like I said, I think, and maybe this is me just being an artist, but where I am now, being able to deliver those messages in those songs, I think I could do a better job of it now. So I may do an anniversary album, anniversary concert, and just do all authentic and re-record that stuff, live. All
right. That sounds good. Bring it. And let me know where you're going to be so I can come check it out.
No, absolutely. I got some things bubbling, man. I got some things we're working on.
That's what you got to do. Just keep the ideas coming and keep them going, man.
Yeah.
Because, once you stop, then you're like, oh, wait a second, what am I doing? No. I mean, there's so much that can be done. There's so many things that you can grow with, as you keep growing older. Everybody say you never stop learning. You never stop recreating.
Right. Right. No. And like I said, being indie artists, although a lot of people heard it, there's a lot of people who haven't heard it.
Yeah.
And you can repackage it in ways that, like, oh my goodness, like reintroduce it, new ears, fresh life, fresh breath, and it might hit differently. The same songs you listen to now, I may sing them, a year from now, and you'd be like, man, it sounds like a whole different song now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I found something in it that I didn't hear before.
Exactly.
So we go working on it, but that's always been at the top of my head to, if I did a concert, a live concert with one of my projects, I would want it to be authentic.
Yeah. It's a bad project. I'm gonna play one of my favorites off. I'm gonna play Hot Body.
Oh man, yep. I'm putting that in my set, my new set coming up. I'm bringing that one back.
Bring it back.
I'm bringing that one back.
Cause this is bad. Check this one out, y'all. It's called Hot Body.
Such a sexy scene, angels everywhere I see. Beautiful, wonderful, I can't wait to get on the floor. Dancing, parading, the DJ is playing the hottest jams tonight. Ooh, are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Overdose, your body drives me crazy. Hey, pull you close. Raise my temper, baby, I'm in need. It's emergency. Are you hearing my plea? You're the one for me. I want you. Your lips, your hips, your thighs, your eyes, right to your fingertips. And that hot body. I want you. Give me your hot body. Your lips, your hips, your thighs, your eyes, right to your fingertips. That hot body. Your thighs, your eyes, right to your fingertips and your hot body. I want you. Give me your hot body. Your lips, your hips, your thighs, your eyes, right to your fingertips. That hot body. I need you. Give me your hot body. Sing it to him, baby. It was the way you moved your hips, your lips, your thighs. It caught me by surprise. I gotta get closer to you. What else she do? It was the way you moved and glided across the floor.
I like that too. I gave you a little more than what I usually do because that's just so bad.
Yeah.
That don't get you moving, get your head nodding.
I'm bringing that back because it's funny because I haven't done a Brad Marquis concert, a full concert, in about 8 years.
Wow.
It's been about 8 years since I've done a full hour, 2 hour, whatever, Brad Marquis concert. I've been Sam Cooking it, for a while now. I've been Sam Cooking it for about 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
And, I've done, I might open up for somebody or do 3 or 4 songs or something like that on my own, but I haven't done a full show.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that song back for my full show.
Bring it.
So it's going to be, I'm bringing a few songs off that Authentic album back for that full show.
I'm looking for it, man. Wait, it's going to hit New York first?
Probably the Jersey, Philly area.
Okay. I'm there.
Jersey, Philly area. We're going to be in New York is on the list. New York is on the list, but we're going to start New Jersey. Jersey hasn't gotten enough of me, man.
Yeah.
Jersey is funny. Jersey has gotten the least of me.
Get out of here.
Out of all the places that I performed, Jersey has gotten the least of me.
And why is that?
I really couldn't tell you, man. Demand, I guess. I go where the money is.
Yeah,
I go where the money is.
That speaks volumes right there. You say no more. Say no more. It's so true.
We're here in Jersey. A lot of times I got to come out of pocket, put on my own show, but other places they pay me to come, so I just go where the money is.
Hey, shoot, I hear that. Yeah, you got to go, especially if you got to come out your pocket to do it. If somebody's going to pay you, come, later for that.
Yeah. Later for that. Later for that.
Jersey, you got to step up your game, boo.
Yeah, but now I'm like, all right, man, I got to service. I got to service the crib, because I know once I start servicing the crib, they're gonna come through for me. So it's not as bad as it sounds. I know once I say, all right, I'm gonna be here, they're gonna come. They're gonna come and show up.
Yeah. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna get through all these songs. I mean, all these albums and EPs just a little bit. Just give everybody a little sample, because I can get to my favorite stuff and get to the new stuff.
I can't wait to hear what your favorite stuff is.
Well, I'm playing my favorite stuff now, like Hot Body,
Radio,
Before You Knew, Break Up. Those my jams. The One For You, and like we discussed earlier, Love is my song. That never dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The one you love, Break Up, all that. Yep. Before I Knew You.
Yep.
All good choices. All good choices.
Hey, I try. So we're gonna play a little bit of something off of let's play Before You Knew. That's another. Now we're skipping around, y'all. So we going to the next album.
Yeah, before I Knew You was that's off the Thank You album.
Right. You want to give it a little backdrop?
I don't know if it's much to the backdrop, man. This is me being hopeful for love right here, man. Looking for before, this is what I wanted before I knew you. So
here we go. That's the backdrop, y'all. Check it out.
Oh, yeah. Anybody out there feel me on this one? Come on. The star, the air that I breathe, the earth, the ground, under my feet. Oh, my love, my heart, the reason it beat. Before I knew ya, I often wondered, would love ever happen? Until I met you, and now my heart breaks, all makes sense, yeah. I tried to fit love inside a box, just hoping square pegs and round holes would go together like a girl and a friend. I tried to change me to fit whatever that she'd want, but at the end of the day, I just end up all alone again. I tried to pretend that she would change when I didn't like, but old cats learning new tricks, it never really turns out alright. I always lose. The sky, the air that I breathe, the earth, the ground, up under my feet. But my love, my heart, the reason it beat. Before I knew you, I knew I loved you. Before I knew you, yeah. So many bad relationships, so many closed doors.
Yeah, this is Before I Knew You, baby, and this is off the song, the album. Thank You. Hey, that's another bad record too. I mean, you, like I said, what I love about your music is so heartfelt. And it's funny you say you didn't know you could do it even better now because you wrote it because you was in a different stage. But I still felt that you were still feeling it. You know?
I definitely felt elements of it. I mean, I was experiencing a lot of it. You know, it's kind of like the forest through the trees.
Yeah.
You know, I'm emoting, but cognitively, you know, I don't necessarily understand everything that I'm writing, you know, what it really means. You know, you get older and you learn more, you know, and you get a different perspective about things. So like I said, I think it would just be different. How I would deliver it now, how I would sing things now would be just different. You know, better is relative, but I know it would be different.
It'd definitely be different. So have you found that peace? Before I knew you, do you have that special person in your life now and you're happy? And...
Yeah, man. I got married in 2020.
All right.
Got married in 2020.
Yeah, the COVID wedding.
You know, we've been,
Yeah, the COVID wedding.
Did we? If that's not a story. But yes, we did. Yes, we did. Had a COVID wedding, had about 80 people, you know, 80 to 90 people there. You know, I was outside and nobody got COVID. You know, God was blessing us. You know, I was still on tour in 2020. I was like one of the very few artists still performing in 2020. You know, 2021, like I was one of the very few artists still out here performing. Like they wanted Sam Cooke. You know, and they were, you know, especially down south. You know, down south had different rules.
Right. Exactly.
Down south had different rules. Like we go down to Florida, you know, everybody masked up north. We go down to Florida. So the first thing we hear from our driver when we get to Florida, oh, you can take your mask off. We don't wear them down here. We looked at him like, nah, bro. we don't do that, bro.
Right. No.
But, you know, down south had different rules, man. And they wanted Sam Cooke. So we was 2020, 2021, we were still touring. You know, and that was nuts. You know, and God bless us, nobody got COVID.
Wow.
You know, even the height of Omicron, all of that, nobody got COVID. You know, so it was a beautiful thing.
Yes,
it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know, we were some brave souls for even going out there like that.
I bet some people looking like, are y'all crazy?
Yeah, my band wanted that money though.
Right, especially, you know, in them times when nobody was working.
Nobody was working.
Shoot, you know they was gonna get them coins. They're like, later for that, I'm going.
They wanted them coins. They was willing to risk it all.
Okay. Shoot, we still got mortgage to pay and stuff around here.
Yeah,
shoot.
right. It was willing to risk it all. But yep, fun times, man, fun times. But yeah, so here we go.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we just had like I said, we just had a baby girl about 2 months ago. Our first child together. I have a son who's 9 years old through another relationship, but this is our first child together. And you know, you hear a lot about General Pop. You've already heard it, but a lot of folks gonna hear a lot about what's happening now on the new EP coming.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you know, I was gonna play a little bit of it for you, but Brad told me no. I was gonna say, this is a world premiere. Not tonight, we won't.
Nah, I wanted to be shocked when they hear this. Yeah, when it hit, I wanted to hit.
Yeah.
You know, because it's something different from me, man. You know, it's me diving a little bit into Afrobeat.
Yeah.
You know, and fusing Afrobeat with R&B, my style of R&B. You know, and obviously the way I sing it is a whole lot different than how others are doing it. And so when it comes out, I want people to be like, I hope they get that breath of fresh air feel again.
They will, because I'm digging it. I'm like, all right. And I can hear the progress also. Like, you know, I can hear the musicality and how it changes between, you know, the last album and this album. It's still soulful, but it's bringing a more up-to-date version to your soul.
Yeah. 2024 Brad,
Yeah.
You know?
But, you know, I am not, you know, getting off this podcast without playing Love.
All right.
The way you deliver that song is just like, it's just soul stirring, you know? It is.
I hear that. It's funny, man. It wasn't, that song actually, again, on the EP, Love EP, that's where the song Love comes from, was off that Love EP 2020. I put it out in 2020. And in 2020, obviously everything shut down, you know, and everything I saw on the internet, everything I saw everywhere was just negative. And I was like, you know what? I want to put out something, you know, that hopefully brings positivity, you know, and I didn't try and sugarcoat it. I just called it love, you know, because that's what we needed at the time. We just needed a lot more love at the time. And obviously I had lost my grandparents, things of that nature, my grandmother, everything was fresh, everything was new, my grandfather. And, you know, I got a tribute song to them on there, that B.B. King joint. But, you know, that love song, Love, Eventually, and Always, those songs were written around the same time of Finding My Way and the Authentic album. But they never fit on a project. So they just kind of was just sitting around, you know, and I finally, you know, when I put this love project together, they fit right in with what I was doing on that love project. And so, you know, it found a home. Those songs found a home.
Yeah. You just had to be a little patient. You know, it was going to work out some kind of way eventually.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Hey, I emptied the clip.
So, y'all got to check this love album out, EP out. And I'm going to play the title song, which is like, it's a mixture of old school, new school, and it's just powerful. I just love it. Brad's delivery is like incomparable. So check this out. This is Love.
This is love, love, oh, love. This is love, love, oh, love. It tears your heart, it makes you smile, it takes you down, then on the rise. Can be a whirlwind swirling you throw up. It gets your girlfriend's best friend to tow up. You see, you never know what it's all about. You never know where it's coming from. You never know where it's taking you. But what's life when you don't give in to love? Always gotta put yourself out there when you receive it. Better handle care. Gotta give it back. Gotta let it go. Can't hold on, cause you will never know what you're missing. Meaning of life.
Yeah.
No, you can't deny.
I don't even want to fade it. Yeah, that's my jam right there. Love that song.
Man, that was my attempt at the Delphonics Temptations.
Yeah, that sound in the back.
Yeah, yep.
So that's why I said it's a little old school mixed with a little new school. I love it. Love it.
Hi, this is Beth, and you're listening to the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
So absolutely. I'm surprised you didn't play Love Will Find a Way.
Well, that was on here.
That was on there.
That was on my list too.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody requests. That one. That radio and Love Will Find a Way, man.
Well, you know what? Since I don't want to get cursed out by not playing it. Somebody be listening like, yeah, he didn't play Love Will Find a Way. So I think I better go on and play that one too. Get the people what they want.
What they want, right. They're going to be like, yeah, hold up, man. You played before I knew you, and you ain't played Love Will Find a Way.
And that's on
Thank You album. Thank You album. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Thank You album, we proud of that. We went 67 on Billboard. As an independent artist, we got up to 67 for that Thank You album. We were top 10 iTunes for a few weeks, man. And I was like what? We on everybody's countdown, BET, Spire TV, Bounce. We on there, Bounce TV. Like we made everybody's countdown, So it was a few joints on there before I knew. Well, what was the singles? Break Up, Free and Love Will Find a Way were ones that actually charted. So that was a thing for me. Like, wow.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you too. Like, if somebody wanted a hard copy of any of these CDs or any of these EPs, or is there a way for them to get them? Because I went to the merchandise page and I couldn't find anything. I said, "Dang,
no, man, all of them were I distributed all of them, and only thing I have left now is Authentic. I would actually have to get them pressed up again, and since I haven't pressed them up, since nobody really they don't ask me for them, or they don't have people don't really listen to CDs as much as they used to, so I haven't. I literally had to go to my mom's house 2 weeks ago to get a copy of my Thank You album because I didn't have any more. Like the physical hard copy of my Thank You album. She had a few at her house, and I went over there and got one of hers. So, I actually, where's that? Yep, still in the plastic. still in the plastic. Still got it. Still got the Authentic, all of that. She even had my first ever CD that I sold out the trunk of my car in plastic. Still in plastic.
Wow.
Still in the plastic. I'm like, oh my goodness.
You know how mothers do.
Yeah, she's building a whole, thing over there. She's like, no, you can only take one. I gotta keep it because I'm putting something together.
Okay.
I'm like, all right.
I ain't mad at her. Go ahead.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So, but I would have to get them pressed up again, and maybe I will.
Well, maybe a anniversary vinyl, since people are starting to take off with vinyl again, and not a lot, just maybe 100 or something like that.
Yeah. I've been thinking long and hard about vinyl. Yeah. I've been thinking long and hard about vinyl.
I know it's expensive to do.
Yeah, I think Finding My Way and Authentic would sound good on vinyl. And I know my next album, because I'm working on another album now already, that's going to sound good on vinyl.
Yeah,
that's going to sound amazing. My next project is going to be crazy.
Not the one that you sent me. You got something already after that.
I got something I'm working on after that.
All right, so y'all better be prepared for, and it's be knocking ahead.
It's taking this one to the next level.
All right, now.
Yeah, so it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna play Love Will Find a Way. And we're gonna chat a minute, and then we're gonna come back and do OU.
All right, sound good.
All right. So hey, I'm playing this. I mean, I love the song, but I'm also playing it because I don't want to get shot. This is Love Will Find a Way.
Girl, it brings me so much joy. This love is not a perfect thing. I can't promise it will be easy, but I'll try to keep a love employed. I'll never let you walk alone, baby, hold my hand. Wherever you take your breath, I'll go home, girl, until the end. If darkness makes you lose sight of us, I'll be the light of hope. I'm not giving up, girl, I love comes once in a blue moon. Babe, let's keep trying. Talk like we're friends. If ever we're fighting, forgive and forget. Keep our love growing, full of romance. No matter what mistakes we make, love will find a way. Babe, let's keep trying. Talk like we're friends.
Yeah. Another bad song, y'all.
Appreciate it. Little story behind that album, that whole album. Remember I told you Angelo Ray, the producer that kind of taught me how to write and all of that stuff, when I was in my teenage years. I remember I was working in the studio with him, and it was the first opportunity he gave me to write a song for him, write my own song. Other than that, I was writing for his other artists, but I rarely ever got an opportunity to write on my stuff. I was just, I was a young boy, just fly on the wall. And he gave me the opportunity to record my own song. And I go in the studio with him for the first time ever, and I didn't know my own song. He kicked me out the studio, and he said, "Don't ever come in here and waste my time. Don't ever." He's like, "You need to know your own song when you come in here." And so that set me on a journey of becoming a professional, and always being prepared and always being ready. But I never got back in the studio with Angelo. The first time me and Angelo worked on any project was that Thank You album. He produced all the songs on that Thank You album.
Wow.
And that was like maybe 13 years later.
Wow.
So that was a full circle moment for me.
Yeah. And then you proved to yourself that you took heed to what he told you 13 years
Absolutely.
prior.
Matter of fact, let me not say 13 years later. That was probably 16 years, about 16 years later. 16 years later.
Wow.
I got an opportunity to work with him again, and he produced every song on that EP, or that album, I should say.
So that is a full circle moment right there.
That's a full circle moment, man. That's because I never got back in that scene. I was able to work with other artists and write for other artists, but working on my stuff never happened. Not with him.
So why didn't it happen? Because you said, was it him like, oh no, you don't got to get yourself together? Or was it you like, I'm not going to go there until I get myself together, that I'm prepared?
He was working with artists, he was working with artists on record labels. I was Mr. Nobody, I'm, 19 years old, I'm 20 years old in the studio. I'm wet behind the ears, just learning what just being a sponge. He was making money, so if I wasn't coming in there ready and prepared, he wasn't paying me no attention. I think out of the kind of his heart, he was like, look, I see you working hard. You've been in here doing everything we asked. I'm going to give you a shot. And I fumbled the shot, so after that I had, I worked around him. I worked with other producers in the studio. But he was flying all over the country, working with this artist, that artist, like, pinning him down was difficult. Like I said, the summertime, like I said, he would call me on the phone in the studio, Brad, I need you to write me, he all the way in other states, trying to, work with me and this and the other, but never got around to, me and him working together until, what was it, 2012.
So how did you pin them down then in 2012?
Well, he had it produced in like 8 years. And he was a stage manager for Akon. And so he was working with Akon. He had been on tour working with Akon for about, almost 8 to 10 years. And he hadn't produced an artist. He'd been working on music, things of that nature, but he hadn't produced an artist. I was coming back from, I believe it was like the BET Awards in LA. And I ran into Akon in the airport. And I gave Akon my CD and, I chatted it up with him and was like, I was trying to reconnect with Akon, and I knew Angelo worked with Akon. So I called Angelo to see if he could follow up and see if Akon liked my stuff or listened to it. And then he asked me, he was like, Brad, what are you trying to do? And I was like, I'm trying to find a producer, trying to put together another album, trying to get put on, signed, whatever. And he was like, I'm going to send you a record. He did it to me again. He's like, I'm going to send you a record. And so he sent me a song. It was the Thank You album, the title track on the album. He sent me that song. And I ended up, we had a conversation about him and his wife and all that stuff. So I ended up writing that song about him and his wife. It's on my project, but it's actually about him and his wife. And after that, he was like, whatever you want, let's do it. And he just started producing songs for me, started throwing them at me. And so that's where that album came from.
Like you said, a full circle moment, and it produced something that was incredible. So it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah,
it was worth the wait. Like I said, we got 67 on Billboard as an indie artist. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Because indie artists don't even see Billboard half the time.
Right. Right.
It'd be every other chart. It won't be no Billboard.
Right. I'm like, yo, where my plaque? They was like, oh, they don't give plaques for, unless you like top, 100, top 1, 5 or something like that. I was like, nah, I need a plaque for that.
Right.
He was like, you're going to have to create one. I was like, yeah, well, we're going to have to create one then.
Right. Top indie artist on Billboard.
Yeah, that plaque. I need that 67. I don't care, 67. I was on Billboard. I need a plaque for that.
Okay.
So that's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment, boy.
Hey, this is Kenny Allen, and you listen to Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Well, let's talk about the new EP, because I'm thinking that's going to come on Billboard, because it's hot.
From your mouth to God's ears. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think it's going to make a dent in it.
Let's do it, man. I'm hoping. I'm excited about it. As you know, like you said, we just dropped the first single, OU. Only You, OU, and we've been rocking with that for a few months now. I had to push the EP back. I was going to drop it on my wife's birthday, March 26th, but I had a track sitting around, and same producers. All the songs are by the same producers, and I had one song sitting around that I hadn't written to, and I was gonna, write something to it and release it, like as a follow-up single after the EP. Mm-hmm. And me and my boy Ashi ended up penning something on there that's just, oh my God. And I was like, man, I can't leave it off. So now we wrote it last week, recorded it. And so I'm having it mixed and mastered now so we can put it on the EP, because it kind of completes the EP.
Okay.
Like I felt like those 5 songs, it kind of left you wanting something. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't mad at that, because I was going to drop another single after that. But the song that we just wrote, I just cannot leave it off.
So you're going to make that a single, or is this going to be like one of those?
Man, they all singles.
Right. They
all singles. They all singles. So,
Who was I talking to? Who was I talking to? Oh, Frank McComb. He was telling me that. He was like, Troy, I don't make no bum music. Every song I make is a single.
Right.
He said, I promote every song that I write.
Leave no bullets in the chamber, man. For what?
Exactly.
For what? You don't know what the audience is going to gravitate to, what's going to connect.
Exactly.
Leave no bullets in the chamber, man. But I truly believe every song on here could be a single, or will be a single.
I agree.
But this one, I think we went above and beyond on this next one. So my man was like, oh man, because we got other tracks, and he was like, yo, you want to put those on this EP too? I was like, no, we're going to call it. We're going to leave this alone, because if we knew production would be a different sound,
right?
And so I was like, no, we're going to call this one. We're going to leave it at 6, and we're going to start on a new project, And so we're going to, maybe do another 6, 8. I don't know. Maybe end up being an album. Who knows? But that what we've started working on, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
So are we going to be fine? Are we going to wind up getting like 2 EPs this year?
I would not bet against it. I wouldn't bet against. You're going to get multiple projects this year.
All right.
You're going to get multiple. I know that. And 2, 3, you're going to get multiple projects this year.
All right.
Like I said, I haven't been around since 2000. I mean, I haven't, been doing Brad Marquis music in about 8 years. Pandemic, we dropped the EP, but we in 2020, I wasn't allowed to do any shows.
Right.
Sam Cooke was different, but as far as my own personal stuff, I wasn't allowed to promote it or perform it. So it was just really just music out there in the world. And now would be the first time that I actually get to put together a set, a show, and really, and I'm excited about that, because for how we've been able to scale up Sam Cooke, I'm anxious to take those lessons and apply them to my own stuff, and create an experience and create a show that's comparable to what we were able to do with the Sam Cooke stuff.
All right. So let me tell you, y'all better look out, because we got music coming. We're going to have shows that's going to blow your mind. Just not singing in front of the stage. It's going to be a whole daggone acting and performing. Right.
It's a thing. Like, you're going to walk out of there full. Walk out of there like, man, listen.
So, yeah. I'm looking forward to all this new Bradness.
Yeah, right. Stupid. New Bradness. Yeah, but no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I mean, that's why that's why I kind of pushed a lot of the Sam Cooke stuff back, because I wanted to really concentrate and get this out here, And like I said, we're able to do what I want to do. Hopefully in the second half of this, in the fall or what have you, we can get some type of residency for Sam Cooke, man, on this East Coast. And really, because I've done Sam Cooke on the East Coast one time. I did it at William Patterson University a couple of years ago. That's where we did the whole the live show. We shot the whole show. We recorded all the music. I have a live album. I have a whole Sam Cooke live album. That I haven't put that out yet. Wow. So we got a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's just finding the time, making sure it makes sense when we do put it out. But I got a whole Sam Cooke live album. A 2-hour album. So, and it's all of it similar to what you heard with Blown in the Wind. Yeah. All on that level.
So Brad got stuff for you. So y'all better follow. Matter of fact, tell the people where they can follow you so they can get all the updates. Let them know where they can follow you. So whenever you drop these new updates, they'll be enlightened.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can find me at Brad Marquis everything, BRADDMARQUIS. That's the .com, the Facebook, the X Twitter, whatever it was, the X Twitter. Check that out. And
right, the X Twitter.
Instagram, TikTok. I don't be on TikTok too tough. Look like they about to shut that down anyway.
Right, I ain't on there either.
I got to draw the line somewhere, man. I can't be on every platform.
Exactly.
It's too many platforms, and you're not gonna get no 24/7 camera in my face. It just ain't gonna happen.
No, everybody, Troy, why don't you do this on? Do it live. Do a video. I'm like, that means I got to shave every time. That means,
listen,
that means I got to look like something. I got to have a whole backdrop and everything.
Man, I don't have time for all that. You got time. Right. Take this music. Listen, you want to see where I'm at? Take this music. Listen to this music.
Exactly.
I started a podcast. I started a podcast myself, man, called Iron Sharpens. Men talking to men. I ain't gonna say it's exclusively men because I know we're gonna have women on there at some point. But that's what it is. It's a mentorship style podcast where we talk about all kind of topics and hopefully help each other, through whatever we're dealing with. I'm finding out I got episodes on episodes that I still need to edit. I'm sitting like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's true. It's like ridiculous. And I'm such a stickler. I'm a stickler. I'm like, wait a sec, that's not right. I got to cut that out. I got to do. And before you know, I'm sitting there like 4 or 5 hours editing easily.
Editing. In time versus money, man. Either you're paying somebody to do it or you're doing it yourself.
Yeah. So and I did have somebody, putting things out for me, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I paying that money? I might as well just do it myself.
Yeah, but now you got to find the time to do it.
Yeah, but the thing about it is like, nobody does it like you do it.
This is true.
And this is true. And then you try to reach out to somebody to make changes. You can't get in contact with them. Nobody.
You sing it to the choir. Sing it to the choir.
So by the time I did all that, I could have did it my damn self.
Could have did it myself.
Right.
Could have did it myself. No, I absolutely agree with you. I like you said, I do a lot. So that's when I'm like, I can't do all this myself. Yeah. I'm producing the content and I'm like, you got to promote it. You got to, shoot it. You got to script it. You got to edit it. You got to, you got to perform in it or be the host of it and all. Like, it's just a lot of hats that you have to wear as an indie artist or what have you, content creator. So, and and then you got to live life. Then you got to, your wife and your kids and all, and if a job, if you got another job and you're touring and like, it's just like, oh my God, where do I find time to do all of this stuff?
Yeah.
And how people, general public now, they eat up stuff as soon as you give it to them. It's old 5 minutes after you put it out.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't keep up with the appetite. So it's just trying to figure out the best way of navigating this new ever evolving space. And that's kind of where I'm at now with this EP and trying to figure out how to reintroduce myself and how to reintroduce myself in a way where I can stay consistent and keep people engaged.
Yeah.
And so that, that's the dilemma. And then hopefully make some money doing it,
Yeah. Exactly. It's all about the coins, you know.
It's all about the coin, and the streaming ain't it, and we know that. Streaming ain't it.
Nope. So that's what I was saying. Maybe you can start putting it on your website. Maybe bring out some more CDs, album, or whatever like that. And like I know some people that only release a single, and if they want to hear the whole album, they have to purchase it.
Right. No, that makes all the sense in the world. And those are the things that I've been over the last couple of weeks really, because the industry tells you stream. You know, that's what the industry tells you. Stream. Right. And and I'm like, as I crunch the numbers, as I look at the numbers, I'm like, I can't do that. This is ridiculous. Like that's, 0.0029, 0.0022, of a penny per stream. Like those numbers, where do you make your money back? You don't. Like you make your money back on touring or licensing or merchandise or things of that nature, but you don't make your money back from that music.
No.
Yeah, you got to produce more content and sell other content in order to make your money back. The music becomes an advertisement or cultural imprint for the other stuff, or just a part of the branding. And I'm like, no, I work too hard on that. So, and one thing that I came to, I'm like, you know what? If people donated, I'd make more money than I would make on the streaming.
That's true.
If I say pay what you want, I'm going to make more money than people would give me on streaming.
It's so true.
So I'm like, the only dilemma is, you may not reach as many people as you want to reach, but the people you do reach, you'll be compensated properly for it.
Right.
So, even if I only get 200 people at $10, like it's $2,000.
Right.
How long would it take me to make $2,000
with streaming? A year. Easily.
Way more than that.
Easily.
You got to think a million streams is $6,000.
That's true.
So, you got to get 800,000, 750,000 streams before you get up to, anywhere. Well, let's say 500,000 is 3,000 streams. So you got to get at least 500,000 people to get $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's stop it. The numbers ain't.
They don't add up like Snoop Dogg say. Snoop broke it down, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm just hoping Congress passes the bill that makes these, if you just give us a penny per stream, that just changes the game.
Exactly.
That's so true. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. We got to pass some laws and regulate what's happening, because eventually artists are just going to get so frustrated. They're just going to be like, yo, we're not doing this no more. Yeah. And now the art suffers, the quality art suffers. Obviously there'll always be people putting stuff out,
right?
But, people won't do it as often, or they'll find other things that'll help them pay the mortgage.
Yeah.
And so, I still do it because I love it. I will always do it because I love it. It's not even about that for me anymore. But if I'm going to do it, I definitely want some type of return on my investment, at least break even, but I do it because I love it. I couldn't, if I had to put $1 on it, I don't think I would be able to do it.
Right.
Because it doesn't bring me back the same return. So I have to get in a different mind space of, I do this because I love it. I do this because I want to make an impact. I do this because I feel it's going to, fill a void in the world, fill a void in the universe, and then hopefully, inspire someone, change someone's life, and if I keep my mind on those things, I don't get mad when I see my streaming numbers.
Yeah.
Because I knew it wasn't going to be that anyway.
I totally get it. Cause it's the same thing with this, I do because I love it. It's not like, I'm definitely not making any money off it. And even when I tried to, like I said, well, you know what? Let me ask artists, maybe $25 or something, or buy a t-shirt or buy a sweatshirt.
Right.
That was like pulling teeth too. So I said, you know what?
I get it. They, like you said, I think that might have been the number. Like you got to put something in front of people 10 times before they react to it. Yeah. And that's the world we live in right now.
Yes, it is. And everybody wants instant gratification.
No, that's the internet. That's what the internet's done.
And short term, the attention span is short.
This is shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter. I tell them I do 3 things at the same time now. Don't ask me how I do it. My brain works in 3. I can work on 3 different things at the same time right now. You know, I can have the TV on. I could be writing the paper and listening to music all at the same time. You know, like my brain is just, and I'll be having to stop and shut it down. Like, Brad, because I never feel like I'm getting the best version of myself by doing things that way. Even though I can do it,
right?
I'm not confident that I'm doing my very best. Like
you
especially
focus
for
on one thing
things,
at one time. Yeah,
right. So I can make sure that is the best version of what I'm trying to deliver at that time. You know, but that phone and those notifications and all it, like,
it's too much.
Too much.
It's too much.
Too much.
So, Brad, I want to say we've been on here 1 hour and 22 minutes. I want to say thank you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, man. Like, hey, man, you're having a good conversation. Got lost in the conversation,
right? But that's what this is about, is a conversation. That's what I like about this podcast. It's not like an interview. I think it's just like, we're sitting down having a conversation like we would if we were, at each other, one of in our homes or something like that,
Right. Club Bass and the new club
yeah.
out here.
The bass side of things.
Bass side of things. No, I like that. That's a t-shirt, buddy.
That is a t-shirt. I'm coming up with that.
Welcome to the bass side.
Right. That's the new theme song now.
Yeah, right. Hey. So that's funny.
I just want to say thank you again, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for sharing your music, sharing your time, sharing your love for the music. And
it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Finally get to speak. I see you all the time. I see all your stuff. I see it all the time. Thank you for bringing me on. I appreciate it. Now I feel like I've made it. Mama, I made it.
But then, I told Frank McComb that last week. I was like, now that Frank is on, I feel like I really made it. I had some people on here. Yeah. Well, I can't say that because when Jennifer Holliday was on there, I was like, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Yeah. She said, but you are worthy.
Wow.
And I was like, from Jennifer Holliday? Thank you, girl. Right. What does he say after that? Thank you.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody that's been checking out this podcast episode, and everybody that's been following me for the past 3 years, almost 3 years, and on 97th episode. So once again, be prepared for that 100th episode. It's going to be off the hook.
All right, I'm going to say congratulations ahead of time.
Thank you. And we also have coming up, before we get to the 100, we have Mr. Devon Howard coming on. Yeah, Devon was on here. He was one of the first artists that came on here almost 3 years ago. And he has a new project that just dropped. And we're going to talk about that. Yeah, so Devon Howard is coming on next, yes. Then, wait a second. Right, so this is 97, 98. Yep, 99 will be the great Mr. Kevin Owens. Yeah. Now, Kevin is one of the baddest falsettos out there. Kevin has sung with Luther Vandross for years. He's one of his background singers. And he's also part of Ray Goodman and Brown. And if you remember the song with Alicia Keys, You don't know my name. Those backgrounds, that's Kevin Owens and the crew from Ray Goodman and Brown. So yeah, Kevin is gonna come in here and share some stories. He's gonna lace your ears. And also, Kevin also has a new project coming out. So hey, we got some good stuff coming up as we count down to the 100th episode. So please stay tuned. And thank you for listening. And once again, like I always say, let's continue to love one another because there's a lot of hate going on around here. You know, and we gotta, you know, overcome that hate with love. So continue to love, continue to give love, and continue to uplift one another. And we are gonna roll out on Brad's latest single, "Oh You." Yeah, this is off his upcoming project called
"I Choose You."
I Choose You. You know, I heard it, y'all. So be prepared. Be prepared. It's off the hook. All right. So this is "Oh You," y'all. And please have a blessed day. And wherever you're at, peace.
Only you, baby. You. Oh. Come on now. Check it out now. Every day you cross my way, I was chilling, I was moving, I was straight. I was good and happy, but something about you drew me to. Lord knows I wasn't trying to fall, trying to stay low, not taking any call. I was focused on me and not love. I was cool, oh I was cool. Baby, you stayed on my mind, stole my heart, girl, it's a crime. Thinking about you every day, heart don't lie, can't run away. I can't hide my love from you. Ain't no games, won't play no fools. Light my fire, you stoke my flame. With every breath you take, oh baby, it's you, you. I want to feel my love. No, I can't get enough of you, oh you. Baby, it's you. Caught me off my guard. And girl, I fell so hard for you, oh you. Staring into space, reminiscing of our first time. And baby, it crossed my mind that you were my last first time. And baby, it was on. We were going from the gate. Ain't no shame. We rolled our way. My life ain't never been the same since you came through. You came through. Yeah. Baby, you stayed on my mind. Stole my heart, girl. It's a crime. Thinking about you every.
Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody. This is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey, everybody. This is Yazira.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody. This is Russell Taylor.
Hey, guys. What's up? This is Ness.
Hey, this is Kenny Allen.
What's up, everybody? This is Cecily.
Hey, this is Corey J.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
Hey, everybody. This is Rebecca G.
Hey, everyone. This is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is Bassist Hubert Hughes the Fourth.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, wait a second. This is Noel Gordon.
Hey, this is your girl, Lady Alma, and you're listening to my friend Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.